afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Thursday. Another day home with the kids.
That's right, another snow day. 3 weeks in a row.
I know, and there's no school tomorrow, but it was a planned day off.
Right. What a week.
Sorry, parents. Dr. Zorba Pastor is coming up later on.
We'll let you know when it's time to call in with your questions.
But first, topping our show today, former Wisconsin Governor Tony Earl has passed away at the age of 86. Will Keneally is standing by to tell us about the impact the late governor had on the state.
A parking garage in suburban Milwaukee partially collapses. The fire chief says no one was hurt, but a lot of questions remain about how this happened.
And nearly 3 weeks since the Ohio train derailment today, we're getting a better idea of what led up to the crash. We have details on Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg's first trip to the area. Let's take a look outside. A couple of geese trying to figure out what's going on here.
Open water?
Open water, they'll find it. That's not going to be open for much longer, though, because the cold strikes back. Briefly, anyway. Greg's in the backyard to let us know how low it's going to go.
Yeah, definitely you can feel the chill out the air, that northwest wind. It's definitely getting colder out here, and that's what we're going to see probably through tomorrow. But overall, you see we still got a light flurries or snow showers kind of going on throughout the area. That's Platteville right now. So overall, the low clouds have kind of went away, but we still got that overcast kind of deck with those low clouds. Most of the high clouds on Sallet you can see are pushed off to the northeast as the system begins to lift up and exit the area, followed by that. So that's what we're seeing right now. Radar, just a few snow showers and light snow. Not going to see a lot this evening, but that will continue probably for the next couple of 3 hours. Overall, radar's not picking up much of it because it's too light. Winds, though, those are your wind gusts right now, and they have picked up out of the northwest on the backside of that low, and that's definitely, you're going to feel that this evening with that colder air coming and vecting in. Right now, temperatures overall, middle teens, but they are slowly beginning to fall back to where we were. You can see overall 28 from Sauk City to 27 in Madison. That's just the start of the temperature drop we're going to see. If you look out to the west, especially as we go further to the north, that is where the coldest air is coming, and that's why we say the cold's coming back briefly, because you'll see those negative numbers up to Dakotas, even into Canada. We're going to see a brief shot of that, but in the meantime, we still got a system out to the west that also is going to play a role in our weather here, eventually coming past the weekend. So coming up, like I said, we got a few of everything here. A cold tomorrow. The weekend looks quiet once again, but we do have a wet Monday, and I'll explain all that a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, we'll check back in a little while, Greg. Thank you. First at 4, Wisconsin's 41st governor, Tony Earl, has died after suffering a stroke.
He left a legacy that featured fiscal responsibility and a special attention to the environment. Earl was elected governor in 1983, defeating Terry Kohler by more than 230,000 votes. Taking office, he faced a $1 billion budget deficit and signed legislation making it a 5% sales tax permanent. He's credited for returning the state to financial stability.
This is a budget which increases property tax relief by over $700 million, the most historic increase in property tax relief in the history of this state.
As governor, he was an advocate of legislation promoting the environment and education and equal opportunity. In 1986, he lost his re-election bid to Republican Tommy Thompson. Tony Earl was 86 years old. And since the news broke, we've seen condolence messages pour in from Wisconsin politicians,
including those who worked with and served with Earl. Political reporter Will Keneally spoke with one of his chief advisors and joins us now with more. Will?
Yes, that's right. Hal Bergen and Tony Earl both worked together under a Democratic governor in the 70s. Then when Earl decided that he wanted to run, Bergen was almost the person to manage that campaign for him. But he says that he was too much of a policy wonk to delve that hard into an election. But he later joined the Earl administration as the governor's policy director. So he described this time with Earl.
Well, he was very outgoing, friendly. He likes people, very comfortable in his skin. He didn't feel threatened by anybody. He had a lot of friends, for example, among the press.
He says Earl would often try to reach across the aisle when working on legislation. For the budget, for example, he says that Earl would try to get at least one Republican on board. We've heard similar anecdotes from some of the other politicians sharing their memories of the former governor. We'll have more reaction to his passing coming throughout our newscasts tonight.
We will see you at 5 and 6, Will. Thank you. A parking garage partially collapsed this afternoon near Milwaukee, but thankfully no one was hurt. A portion of the Silver Spring parking garage at the Bayshore Shopping Center in Glendale gave way around 12:15 this afternoon. The North Shore Fire Department says the second level collapsed onto the first with 2 vehicles inside, but no one was in the cars at the time. It's unclear what caused the collapse, but large amounts of snow were piled on top of the collapsed portion of the structure.
We've always made a couple, I don't want to say jokes, but you see a couple like cracks here and there in the concrete, but you don't think it's actually going to come falling in.
North Shore Fire Rescue Chief Robert Whitaker said based on a review of Bayshore's surveillance video, they are very confident that nobody was trapped in the pile of rubble and snow.
Disgraced South Carolina attorney Alec Murdaugh took the stand in his own defense today at his double murder trial to present his version of events. Murdaugh is charged with fatally shooting his wife and their 22-year-old son on June 7th of 2021. He faces 30 years to life in prison. If convicted, Murdaugh, whose family dominated the legal system in tiny Hampton County for generations, has denied any roles in the killings.
Did you shoot a 300 blackout into her head, causing her death?
Mr. Griffin, I didn't shoot my wife or my son anytime, ever.
Alex Murdaugh's decision to testify could be a gamble. Prosecutors can question him now, not only about his wife and son's death, but also the roughly 100 other charges he faces, from stealing from clients to arranging his own shooting on the side of a highway.
Authorities are releasing new information about the Florida man accused of fatally shooting and killing 3 people, including a 9-year-old girl and a television news reporter. Keith Melvin Moses sits behind bars in Orlando, Florida, one day after allegedly carrying out a shooting rampage. Police say the 19-year-old shot and killed 38-year-old Natasha Augustine yesterday morning as she sat in a car with a friend. 5 hours later, the suspect returned to the scene, injuring photographer Jesse Walden and killing 24-year-old reporter Dylan Lyons, who were there on assignment. For unknown reasons, police say Moses also entered a home and shot a mother and her 9-year-old daughter.
This is every reporter's absolutely worst nightmare.
They were transported to the hospital where, unfortunately and tragically, 9-year-old Tiana Major died.
Authorities say Moses has a lengthy criminal history, which included gun charges. Photographer Jesse Walden and the mother of the 9-year-old remain hospitalized.
Today, we received more information on the homicide that occurred in Beloit on Monday. According to the criminal complaint, Tyrone Young and Sifiana B. Busar got into an argument when B wanted to leave after staying 20 minutes at the house in the 1300 block of Porter Avenue in Beloit. That's when Young shot and killed B. 5 children were in the home when the event happened. The refrigerator had family pictures on it where B was cut out. Young is currently charged with first-degree intentional homicide, among other charges. Well, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg on the ground at the scene of the toxic train derailment in Ohio and meeting with frustrated residents.
This morning, the National Transportation Safety Board revealed it's looking at a wheel bearing in the final stages of overheat failure just moments before the crash.
Skylar Henry has more from the White House, where the Biden administration has faced criticism for not visiting sooner.
On his first visit to the Ohio crash site, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg saw the broken and burned remains of the derailed Norfolk Southern freight train.
We're going to be here day in, day out, year in, year out, making our railroads safer and making sure Norfolk Southern meets its responsibilities.
Buttigieg addressed criticism for not coming to East Palestine sooner.
I felt strongly about this and could have expressed that sooner. Again, I was taking pains to respect the role that I have and the role that I don't have, but that should not have stopped me.
On Thursday, the National Transportation Safety Board released a preliminary report saying the train crew did not get an early warning about an overheating axle just before the disaster. The report says the train was traveling just below the speed limit of 50 miles an hour as it flew off the tracks, and the crew then alerted dispatch of a possible derailment.
The report does not contain a probable cause that comes at the end of the investigation. It contains only factual information collected during the on-scene portion of this investigation. But I can tell you this much, this was 100% preventable.
Here in Washington, the NTSB also announced this spring in East Palestine, the agency will hold what it calls a rare investigative field hearing, including witnesses.
I'm afraid of the chemicals coming here and the after effects, and, you don't know.
Activist Aaron Brockovich is set to visit the area tomorrow and meet with local residents. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Washington.
Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro's administration has made a criminal referral of Norfolk Southern to the state attorney general's office.
Well, it's time for another Masterworks concert from the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra.
When we come back, a preview of Sound the Trumpet. That's coming up as Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
The world's largest consumer bicycle show and sale, Bike-O-Rama's at Madison's Alliant Energy Center, March 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Test ride the best bicycles and e-bikes indoors.
Factory reps can answer your questions about the new bike model.
All at the lowest prices of the year.
Bike-O-Rama, March 10th, 11th, and 12th at Madison's Alliant Energy Center.
All right, team. We got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. We're so confident that Power Swabs will give anyone a wider smile in 7 days that we gave treatments to eager participants across the country in exchange for their honest reactions. Here's what they had to say.
The thing I love about Power Swabs is the convenience. I mean, just you break it open, just rub it on your teeth, just like you're brushing your teeth. Let it sit there for a little bit, and you're done.
So I noticed I have a lot more stains on the sides right here. So with the Power Swab, I was able to go in there and really make sure that I was getting that coverage, and it really did work.
Power Swabs is as easy as snap, swab, and smile. You'll notice 2 shades wider teeth in 5 minutes and 6 shades in 7 days. Just snap the stain out swab to remove stains from natural teeth as well as caps, crowns, and veneers. Then snap the whitening swab to whiten your teeth 6 shades in 7 days. Finally, smile and show off your pearly whites.
It's 5 minutes in the morning and I'm out the door, and it's amazing. It's a week's worth of 5 minutes a day, and I couldn't be happier with the results.
With Power Swabs, there's no messy strips, trays, or lights that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Whether you smoke or drink coffee, tea, or wine, Power Swabs is sure to lift those stains with 0 to minimal sensitivity. Just a simple 5-minute application, and each day you'll be 1 step closer to smiling with confidence.
Having shades lighter on my teeth in such a short period of time, it almost feels like cheating, to be honest with you, and it tickles me that you can get those kind of results in that short a time period.
Try Power Swabs today and get 50% off your order and free shipping. Plus, get a free Quick Stick pen to remove those coffee, wine, or smoking stains on the go. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
The world's largest consumer bicycle show and sale, Bike-O-Rama's at Madison's Alliant Energy Center, March 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Test ride the best bicycles and e-bikes indoors.
Factory reps can answer your questions about the new bike model.
All at the lowest prices of the year.
Bike-O-Rama, March 10th, 11th, and 12th at Madison's Alliant Energy Center.
Welcome back. Images created by artificial intelligence are not covered by copyright law.
That is the word from the U.S. Copyright Office after it ruled on illustrations in a new comic book created by the AI program Midjourney. While the images are not covered by intellectual property rights, the text is. The author of the comic book didn't reveal in her copyright application that the images were created by artificial intelligence. Therefore, the Copyright Office is canceling her original certificate and issuing a new one that only covers the text. of the comic book. It's a brave new world.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting more expensive to finance a house. Mortgage rates went up for the third week in a row. The average 30-day fixed rate now sits at 6.5%. At this time last year, the rate was below 4%. Rates eclipsed 7% in November before trending downward. And lately, they've been on the rise again. That's likely to continue as the Federal Reserve has said it plans to raise interest rates until inflation is under control. Well, do you have some unused gift cards still laying around from Christmas?
Well, you are not alone. According to a new survey, nearly 2/3 of us have at least one unspent gift card. The survey from online financial advisory services provider Credit Summit found at least half of those surveyed admitted losing a gift card before using it. Credit Summit reports there is as much as $21 billion worth of unused or lost gift cards.
Wow, that's a lot. Stocks broke a 4-day losing streak on Wall Street. The Dow Industrials gained 108 points, ending the day at 33,153. The NASDAQ added 83 points, and the S&P 500 was up 21. Well, acclaimed trumpeter Andrew Bellio is in Madison for a special performance with the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra.
He is principal trumpet of the Baltimore Symphony, but a Madison native and is recognized as one of the top brass musicians in the world.
He'll be performing tomorrow night at the Capitol Theater at the Overture Center. The music director of the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra, Maestro Andrew Sewell, joins us once again with a preview.
Well, thank you for having us.
Great to see you.
Very nice to see you again, and you survived the snow and the ice.
Yes, we all did. But that's pretty exciting news. I mean, he grew up in Madison, Andrew did.
Yes, he did, and he comes back during the summers, and that's how I got to meet him and know him, and we started talking, and he really loves to give back. He is a former member of the Wisconsin Youth Symphony, and is back here to perform Haydn's Trumpet Concerto on Friday.
Now, is he just a soloist, or will
Yes,
he...
he's the soloist, and he's a very accomplished trumpeter. I mean, he was a finalist for the Concertgebouw in Amsterdam, and so we're very fortunate that to have him as a soloist, and that he wants to keep coming back and giving back. In fact, tomorrow, on Saturday, he'll be giving a masterclass to some young folk here in town with the Wisconsin Youth Symphony, as well as at our pre-concert talk, he'll be speaking to the audience and giving us some tips and ideas about the concert.
What a thrill for those young people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
And he's one of the top trumpeters in the world.
I say so, yes. We're very fortunate to have him, and he's the nicest guy. Which makes a good thing. I mean, he's very down to earth, you know. I mean, typically, you know, in the musical world, I guess sometimes instrumentalists can be considered uptight depending on which instrument you play. You know, it's like the dog breeder that you look like the dog you are and, you know, the instrument you play or whatever. But, you know, he's pretty laid back for trumpet. You know, trumpet players are pretty sassy and cool, and you know, you always want to play trumpet in band, you know.
Yeah, everybody did.
There are no trumpets in the chamber orchestra, are there?
There are 2 trumpets,
oh, there
yes,
are.
and 2 horns, and in fact, we just hired a new trumpet player, Matt Onstead, and Andy is actually, as we speak, giving a masterclass at the University of Whitewater as well. So he's very busy while he's here.
So what else is on the program tomorrow night?
On the program, we're also doing a Mozart Symphony, number 29. Those are the 2 common, most recognisable names, Haydn and Mozart. But then we're opening with a piece by American composer Joan Tower. She's on faculty at Manus College, written in 2006, called Chamber Dance. And then Andre Myers, from 2011, has written a piece called Changes. In fact, he was a former student of our current composer-in-residence, Dr. Bill Banfield. So it's a nice little connections going on.
You've got a lot coming up as we get ready to ramp up for the summer and concerts on the square. Next month, you're celebrating a big milestone.
We are, yes. We're having a special fundraising gala called Concerts and Cuisine on March the 19th at the Concourse Hotel. I think tickets are sold out, but the point is that we've got a lot to celebrate over 40 years.
It's your 40th anniversary.
Yes, it is. Can you believe it? Yeah. I've been here a while too. 23 of those 40 years. And then we've got a big celebration coming up starting the last Wednesday of June. So you'll be hearing more about it in the future. But we're very excited.
So, but more recently, or more importantly, tomorrow night,
yes,
Overture Hall.
Yes.
Overture Center.
Capitol
Theater.
Capitol Theater.
Love the Capitol Theater.
Yes, of course. It's a Jewel Box, 7:30 p.m. There's a pre-concert talk at 6:30 at the Wisconsin studio, so you'll get to meet the soloists and hear Wes, one of the violinists in the orchestra, and myself. And we sort of talk a little bit about the concert and give a preview.
Overture.org for tickets.
Thank you so much.
Mike Short, good to see you again.
You too.
We'll see you next month.
Thank you.
Don't go far.
It's a very personal and important story our Charlotte Deleste shares with us tonight at 10.
It is a story on her ongoing recovery from a concussion. Charlotte will join us here on the set with a preview of her story tonight, coming up after Greg's First Warn forecast.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place. I'm excited to tell you about our new Wild Theory CBD products that will get you high fives from everyone you know. Wild Theory's new groundbreaking formula has higher levels of the good stuff, and it packs surprising results. Is it legal in Wisconsin? Of course. Is it potent? You bet. Will you love it? I'm sure of it. Stop by one of our Madison locations or visit findyourhealthyplace.com, type in high five, and our website will hook you up.
It's spring break at Bob's, and I'm introducing my biggest, bestest backyard collection ever. Soak up the sun in outdoor furniture that comes with indoor comfort, quality, and of course, my everyday low prices. Rock and recline on Bobapedic memory foam seating. Defy Mother Nature with weather-resistant wicker, rust-proof frames, and UV-resistant fabric. And make your backyard more fun and functional with stylish accents and accessories. You deserve a break. Spring break at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Patio doors, patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors.
We do patio doors at scottthewindowguy.com.
In 2023, iCare Medicare plan members receive $150 a month total for food, OTC products, and more when using the spending account card, plus dental and vision coverage. Rest easy. iCare is looking out for you and your health.
When Aspen Dental told me that my dentures was ready, I was so excited. I love the confidence. I love that I can flash this beautiful smile and make the world smile with me. I would totally say Aspen Dental changed my life.
Aspen Dental makes new smiles affordable. Right now, get 20% off dentures. We do anything to make you smile. Schedule your consultation today.
Extremist Dan Kelly wants abortion banned, even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. For years, Kelly was on the payroll of a radical anti-abortion group working to take away women's rights. On the court, Kelly will uphold Wisconsin's 1849 criminal abortion ban that strips women of their freedom to make personal decisions on abortion. Dan Kelly, an extremist who doesn't care about us.
From working out to catching up, and of course, game night. Your home is the groundwork for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to have been a part of this community for 78 years. And during our 78th anniversary event, carpet installation is just $78. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home. Beautiful, made affordable. Locally owned and operated since 1945.
Well, take a look at this. California's poppy fields are blooming early this year. In parts of the state, the beautiful orange glow can be seen from miles, carpeting the hillside of Walker Canyon, one of California's prominent poppy reserve trails in Lake El Senor, California. The wet weather in early 23 set the stage for the early bloom. A super bloom in 2019 brought out thousands and thousands of visitors from all over the world, and many of the poppies were trampled down. So now the canyon is officially closed to the public. Look, but don't touch. That's pretty amazing.
Well, there used to be gazillions of social media pictures. Now you can't walk among the poppies?
Nope.
Oh.
There's a website you can go to and look at.
Okay, yeah. Not quite the same,
Not
but
quite the
yeah.
same.
Beautiful.
And some weird weather in California.
Yeah, they're having, they just issued a blizzard warning for the county, LA County, for the mountains up there, and Central Nevada too. Have it. So
Wow,
it's
so
a
it's not
real
just
strong
us.
storm system.
And that one's going to be here like Monday?
That's going to be the Monday one. But
Rain.
not as cold. So
Rain.
Yes. So we'll break all that down and exactly what your weekend looks like after the break.
If you've been injured in a truck crash, call Gruber Law Offices. Trucking law can be extremely complicated. There are specific rules and regulations that apply, and we know what it takes to win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our Valentine's Day Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this Valentine's Day at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there, like the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. This Valentine's Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. So if under eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this Valentine's Day and see that younger looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what you need when you've been in a serious truck accident. Call Gruber Law Offices. We've successfully helped people injured by big trucks for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, as we wind down the storm, we'll just give you an update on snowfall that at least the Madison airport got. And remember, when we say snow, this also includes sleet too. So overall, if you look, we got 1.5 at the airport. And that was mostly sleet, but some snow. Overall, for the month, we're still doing well. And if you go back to July, we're also doing quite well with snowfalls well above average at 42.3. Looks like we won't add to this. We might add this a little bit Friday night. You look at precipitation, this is for since January, 42 inches yesterday of rain and freezing rain. That's melted snow and sleet. Overall, for the month, we're doing quite well. And the year, we're already about a ½ inch above what we should be. So that's good news for any drought type of issues going in. So we're looking pretty good. Overall, you see the system's pushed off to the east. We're going to have the cold air here. We talked about the California storm. That's the one that's just coming on shore. That's going to be quite powerful. That's the one that eventually will impact us Monday. We'll be much weaker as it gets there. But in the meantime, we have some cold, high pressure that's going to be settling at least for the next 24 hours. And that's the main impact that we're going to see over the area. A few flurries will continue today with that northwest flow overnight. We'll start seeing clearing skies later tonight. That'll set up for some cold temperatures. You can already feel with that northwest wind, that colder air being pushed in here. So once you wake up tomorrow, we'll have cloud cover once again. We'll have a little weak wave that'll come up. You can just see some snow there pushing up towards Friday, tomorrow evening. About midnight, we'll see some light snow come through. Not a big significant issue. But then you see the weekend, our wind's going to start turning around from the south, which means we're going to have a fairly nice weekend in store. Overall tonight, you'll see the temperatures that are starting to then drop overnight. You'll see the clear skies here. There we go, about 10:30, 11. And then the temperatures will fall off fairly quickly, especially in the snowpack areas to the north. We'll see probably maybe sub-zero lows as you wake up. But these are the temperatures. The wind chills will also be a factor with this. But you notice we're going to wake up to a very cold, kind of slapping your back back into February temperatures that we haven't seen in quite a while. But the good news is it's going to be brief. Tomorrow we'll start seeing clouds come back in. A cold day, well, then we'll start seeing that little bit of snow here towards the afternoon and evening being the lift north up. So then we'll start seeing that snow spread over the area. The other news is the wind chills. When you wake up tomorrow morning, there'll be sub-zero wind chills likely going on. You can see that overnight. They start to fall back down to the teens in some areas as you wake up. And by the time we get to 7 or 30, you can see there's definitely 7 to 10 below in southern Wisconsin. Once again, areas that have a good fresh snowpack could see 10 to 15 below with wind chills of that northwest wind along with sub-zero. Good news is it won't last very long. We should still improve in conditions by afternoon. The next system that we're watching is that wet system. It's going to be a rainmaker most likely. We could see a little bit of a mix coming with it. So we know that for certain. We may see a little bit of precipitation at the beginning and end, and exactly how much rain we could get with this is still uncertain. But this does look to be a very wet and windy system coming up. That's the good news. We probably will not see much in the way of snowfall, because right now, if you track this out, the best chance for any significant snow remains in the system to the north right now, given the track even further north than this last system. But it will be a wet, windy, a wet Monday as we get closer to it. So overall, in the meantime, it's going to be a cold start, but very nice weekend. The rain chances for Sunday don't come in until at night, and then it'll be fairly windy, rainy Monday, followed by more mild conditions throughout the week, but still an unsettled pattern. And yes, Mark, there is nothing on Thursday right now, but that could change. But then we have another system coming. So it's unsettled, but it will definitely be cold as you wake up tomorrow morning, something that we haven't seen in quite a while.
We're going to throw the penalty flag on you here, Greg. It's enough. All right, thank you, sir. Now into some special coverage on an important topic that hits close to home for us, concussions. For some, it's minor.
But for others, about 20% of people, it turns into a life-changing event. And that is the case for our own evening anchor, Charlotte DeLeste. A couple of months ago, she suffered a concussion that plagues her to this day. She's opening up now about what that means with the help of her doctors.
They don't realize how it affects their life. Not just, oh, I have a headache, or, oh, I have some memory problems, but it affects their work, their family life, social things. It affects everything.
Don't miss our special report tonight at 10. Join Charlotte as she shares her incredibly personal journey toward recovery and shining a light on a medical syndrome that is too often forgotten.
And Charlotte joins us now on set. And when this first happened, you didn't think a whole lot about it.
No, I thought, well, you know, I hit my head.
Hit your head?
You know, I have a headache. I felt nauseous. I'm like, I'll get over this. That's what my doctor said. It'll be, you know, a couple of weeks. And then a couple of weeks turned into a month. A month turned into 2 months. Now we're 6 months into this. And it was finally like I couldn't function. Nobody here could tell.
No, I'm looking at you now. I don't think people at home could tell.
No, it's one of those things where it's an invisible injury is what they're calling it. But it is amazing how it changes you. Like for so long, I felt like I wasn't in my body. I felt like this was like, okay, I'm just existing in this shell and just trying to live life. You know, thoughts were hard, words were hard, couldn't remember things. It really affects everything, and you have no idea until it happens to you or somebody that you know.
The only thing that we noticed is you would sit in the newsroom and wear sunglasses in the middle of the day, and I didn't realize it was because the lights were bothering you.
Yeah, and I didn't realize. I was never affected by light before, but then noticed this is the worst place to recover for concussion is a TV station. And so now I've got a big board on my desk because it backs up right to the studio here.
Right over here.
So those lights come in and I'm like, ooh, you know, and it immediately a headache will come on and I have to close my eyes.
So when did it dawn on you, I need to see people for this?
Well, it was probably about 3 weeks because I felt like I still wasn't over that hump. I still felt as sick as I did on day one. And so my doctor finally said, well, you're going to go to the next step. We're going to get you the help you need. So
you're going to
share all of that.
You're going to help a lot of people. Tonight at 10, she'll explain everything that happened.
Speech therapy.
You're going to help a lot of people by sharing this.
Physical therapy, occupational therapy, and regular talk therapy as well. So, I mean, it affects everything, and you have to treat it all. And the one thing that I have to learn, I'm an Aries, I have no patience. I have to have patience with this. You cannot rush this. And unfortunately, it can take months, and there are people who have reached out to me already after seeing this promo. They've been at it for years.
Really?
And they're still not recovered, and they're not getting the right help that they need. So I'm hoping that this can help other people to get better, because it really stinks to live with something like this.
Especially in this weather, too. I mean, you can fall on the ice and hit your head.
Yeah, so this is my first concussion ever. So, but apparently it's easier now to get other concussions, and it could be worse, and it could be harder to recover. So I just need to put myself in bubble wrap and just pray and hope for the best.
I can't wait to see this. And I again,
learn a lot.
No one would know. Just looking at you.
Yeah, it's.
Hang in there.
I'm trying my best.
Hang in there.
Thank you
You're
very
doing great.
much.
You're doing great, and
Thank
you're going to
you.
help a lot of people. You really will.
Thank you. I appreciate you both.
Tonight at 10. Don't miss it.
And
Thank
coming
you,
up next
Charlotte.
here on Live Before, we take you back in time to 1981, a dog that wouldn't climb a tree. It's a more interesting story than it sounds.
And then coming up next hour at 5, another snow day for the Madison School District. But no real snow. Catherine Merck will explain why Madison decided to take a snow day today. That's coming up at 5.
It's A1 Furniture's biggest and best sale ever. Their warehouse liquidation event is on now. Our lease is up and everything must go. Over $1 million in inventory must be sold now at huge discounts. 40,000 square feet of incredible savings only at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's being prepared for all the challenges you may face after a serious injury. It's confronting every aspect of your case with honesty, integrity, and innovative solutions that have earned us a reputation for excellence in representing the injured. It's no wonder so many clients refer their own friends and family to our team of dedicated professionals year after year. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call today for a free consultation.
You can't buy happiness, but you can buy an RV at Wisconsin RV World, and that's pretty darn close. Find your happiness during their RV Super Sale this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday only. Save over $30,000 on this new Heartland fifth wheel. Get this Keystone Springdale for as low as $185 a month, or this Cruiser Radiance for only $240 a month. Plus, get a 1-year no-charge camping pass with every RV purchase.
Wisconsin RV World. If it doesn't say Wisconsin, it's just another RV dealer.
Every single moment takes your breath away. Every powerful emotion makes your spirit soar. Everyone who sees it remembers it forever. Join the circle of life at The Lion King.
Coming to Overture Center May 11th through 28th. Tickets on sale now at overture.org.
Don't miss out on 40,000 square feet of incredible savings at A1 Furniture's warehouse liquidation event on now. Everything must go with immediate pickup or delivery. Sofas, sectionals, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, and more at liquidation prices. Only at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
New at 5, a major Madison road slated for reconstruction. We preview what it'll look like and how the city will be impacted by the work on John Nolan Drive.
Now that the snow, ice, and freezing rain has ended, we are in store for a very cold Friday. We'll break down the 3 things you'll need to know coming up at 5.
And ahead at 6, remembering former Wisconsin Governor Tony Earl. We look at his accomplishments and speak to a former co-worker of the late leader. Tonight at 6.
Even the weather satellite has been, oh, look at that shot.
Beautiful shot. Salt Lake City, Utah.
32 degrees.
That is perfect skiing.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
fake.
beautiful place. Well, we're heading way back in our Traveler Throwback Thursday. So far back, this story actually starts in black and white.
Do not adjust your sets and sit back for one of our favorite travelers from 1981.
The story sounded too good to pass up, so we traveled to Bob and Arlene Ryder's farm just outside Rui. It seems the Ryders have this dog that climbs trees, just like a cat or a squirrel. Here's the dog, a 4-year-old male Australian blue hair named Mouse. And here's the tree, a huge maple, perfect for climbing. Mouse just started climbing the tree one day. No one taught her, and she's been climbing ever since. Mouse likes to chase trucks up the driveway, and when she gets right next to her tree, she hightails it up. We couldn't wait to see this. Well, maybe Mouse just wasn't in a climbing mood that time. We'll try it again. And again, and again, and again.
Damn fool, go up there. I know she will.
Mouse seemed to get more and more tired with each chase. That tactic apparently was not going to work. It was time for some gentle persuasion.
Come on, Mouse. 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 Come on. Come here. Come here. Come on, let's get her.
Well, that wasn't going to work either. So Bob thought maybe if Mouse saw someone else in the tree, she might get the idea. Up Bob went as Mouse watched from the porch. It looked as if she might go up. Nope, nothing doing. Maybe if Mouse was set in the tree.
Come on. Come on up. Here, come here.
Today she won't do it. She's like a child. Won't perform when you want to perform.
Now, just for the skeptics, there are photographs of Mouse in that tree and then trying to get Mouse out of that tree. But photographs, it seems, were all we were going to get today. Arlene, a serious case of frustration set in.
What else can I make you do? What can I do to make you do that? Huh? Well, you old stinker. Hutch.
Mouse just seemed to get more and more tired as the hours went by, and Arlene got more and more frustrated.
Probably you won't even get to dodge her when she'll be up in the tree, and I'll just scream.
It became apparent to everyone involved that Mouse was not going to climb up any tree. Not for us, anyway. Mouse went to take a nap. We packed up for home. And poor Arlene, she had enough.
Okay.
Mark Kane, News 3, traveling in Rui.
It's a better story that the dog didn't climb the tree.
It actually turned out to be.
Yeah, I think so.
I felt sorry for Arlene, but...
Mouse.
Mouse. All right.
Just like kids.
It's time to get your medical questions answered. Dr. Zorba Pastor's in the building.
Call now if you have a question. The number to call 608-270-9933. We'll take your calls when Live at 4 continues.
Ashley's President's Day mattress blowout event is ending soon. It's your last chance to save up to 75% on mattress doorbusters from the top brands while they last. Or save big on Purple and Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets, only at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer, Ashley.
Get personalized support. Call the Wisconsin Tobacco Quit line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
All right, team. We got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com. Come on out. I'm on it. 4imprint, for certain.
Ready to feel what it's like? When you can do more with less asthma. It's possible with Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Are you in? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
Extremist Dan Kelly wants abortion banned, even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. For years, Kelly was on the payroll of a radical anti-abortion group working to take away women's rights. On the court, Kelly will uphold Wisconsin's 1849 criminal abortion ban that strips women of their freedom to make personal decisions on abortion. Dan Kelly, an extremist who doesn't care about us.
It's your last chance to shop Ashley's biggest President's Day sale. Get the guaranteed lowest prices of the season, starting at 30% and up to 60% off furniture and mattress doorbusters. Plus 60-month special financing and delivery in as fast as 3 days on in-stock merchandise. Sale ends Tuesday at Ashley.
Yeah, the good news, the road conditions are looking good, and instance, we're pretty much free of those right now in the Beltline. If you go to the west to Mount Horeb, we're still looking good too. Once again, road conditions to the north also good. Just a few flakes of snow and snow showers out there right now, not avoiding much. And then to the south, we're also looking good too. The one thing you will notice over tonight, the temperatures definitely will drop. The wind chills will pick up. So by the time you get to 9 or 10 o'clock, it's definitely going to feel colder than it is. And then we'll see some sub-zero wind chills as we wake up tomorrow morning, guys.
All right, Greg, thank you. Paris lit up the Eiffel Tower in the blue and yellow colors of the Ukraine flag today as Ukraine allies around the world prepare to mark the one-year invasion of Russia. Ukraine's ambassador to France thanked the city of Paris for the gesture, saying, "I wish that this light will be seen from the Kremlin so that they understand that civilization exists and that friendship is the only truth exists."
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Well, we are taking your medical calls and questions today for Dr. Zorba Pastor.
The number to call, 608-270-9933. We have 3 lines open if you have a question.
Hello, Zorba.
Hi, Zorba.
Hi, good to be here.
Interesting new study about the importance of breakfast.
Yes, yes. Now, the study is in mice, you know, and it turns out...
As opposed to mouse the dog.
That's right, as opposed to mouse the dog. It turns out that breakfast for a mouse is very important, but this is an important study. It looked at mice, their biggest meal of the day is breakfast. And when they skipped breakfast, they had fewer monocytes in their bloodstream. Now, monocytes are very important cells to fight infection. So it's possible that if you fast too long, that you don't have the ability to fight infection. So think about it. Maybe your last meal of the day is maybe 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the evening. Then you don't have anything for breakfast. And basically, you're fasting for maybe 12 to 16 hours. That's not really good. And for kids, we know breakfast is very important. You know, kids that have breakfast are going to do better in school, and ultimately doing better at school can usually mean you're doing better in life. So I think it's important, again, and we need a good breakfast.
A healthy breakfast.
You bet. Healthy breakfast. So, for instance, we often have for breakfast, we have oatmeal, we put some nuts in, some raisins in, then put some seeds in, put a little bit of milk in there, and that's a really good breakfast. It's really good for our brain and good for our body.
All right, very good. Let's go ahead and get to the phones, and we'll start with Rocky in Madison. Hi, Rocky. What's your question?
Well, I've been a bone marrow donor for 100 years or so, it seems. And I just wonder, I'm 75, is there an age limit? Should I keep hoping I can do that, or just forget about it?
Well, first of all, if you're a bone marrow donor, obviously you've got the type of bone marrow that, that clearly they want to have, which really helps people. You know, ultimately, I don't know the exact rules for that. You'd have to call up wherever you get the bone marrow actually done. But often, people who are healthy are allowed to continue to do that, give blood, give bone, give bone marrow, and so on. So thank you very much for doing that. You are helping people every time you give that. That's pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
Good for you, Rocky.
All right, let's go to Kelly now in Lake Mills. Hi, Kelly. What's your question?
Okay.
Is it Carrie?
Don?
Carrie?
Oh, I'm sorry, Carrie.
Yes, I'd like to put you on the spot. What is your honest and professional take on all this medicinal ads on TV? You can't ask your doctor about them because, first off, you can't pronounce them. Secondly, no wonder that medicine is so expensive by the time they get done paying all the TV advertising. Now, am I correct?
Right. You better believe all the prescription ads. I think the estimate is it's about $3 to $4 billion, an enormous amount of money that's spent on advertising. And to my knowledge, there are only 2 countries that allow medical advertising on TV: the United States and New Zealand, and that's about it.
Interesting.
So the reality is, you're right. It adds a lot to cost, and you better believe it. The drugs that are advertised are the expensive drugs that may cost $300 to $500 a month.
And I love the disclaimers.
Yeah,
all the side effects.
All the side effects. They do it quickly also. It's like the fine print. But the answer is yes. Adds a lot to the expense.
All right.
For sure.
Let's go to Audrey now in DeForest. Hi, Audrey. What's your question?
Hi. I have some sort of strange issue that's happening. I've noticed it started last summer, and my fingers will stiffen up and stick together like 2 or 3 of them. I'm very right-handed, so it's mainly in my right hand, but I've noticed now my left hand is also doing this. and it's getting harder and harder for me to grip things.
Sure.
Does it go away right away, or?
Pardon me?
Does it go away, or does it linger
It's
for a
like
while?
I will sit and rub them and try. I don't know if, at first I thought, oh, it's because it's cold, but no, last summer it started.
So they're cramping up, I guess.
Right, they're cramping up.
Is it a cramp? I mean, they stick together.
Yeah, I think the really important thing here is that means you should have a trip to your doctor. In other words, something is going on. It might be something metabolically going on. You need to have comprehensive metabolic test. It might have an element of arthritis in there. Could have an element of rheumatoid arthritis or something more serious. I think a doctor's visit would be warranted right here.
Okay.
Especially since it's ongoing.
And it's obviously in the summer. It's not that cold in Wisconsin in the summer, so you can't say it's.
All right, let's go to Amy in Spring Green. Hi, Amy. What's your question?
Hi, I'm just wondering, I have a young daughter that's almost 20.
Go ahead.
Hi, I have a daughter that's 20. And I was wondering, how do you know if she has a yeast infection or not?
Well, one of the reasons that the feds years ago put over-the-counter yeast medication so you can get it without a prescription is if you think it's a yeast infection, then you can take it and you won't be doing yourself any harm. So I always tell people, if you've got a question, go to the internet, Google it, read about it, and then you're not going to do yourself any harm by actually taking it. And if it doesn't get better, then you call your doctor. I mean, that's what over-the-counter medications are really for when it comes to yeast.
All right. Zorba, thank you. We're out of time. Thank you all for calling in. We'll do this in a couple weeks when we have the vet on next week.
Yes.
All right.
Good to see you. Thanks, everybody.
We'll be right back with the final check of your forecast.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. Tempur-Pedic mattresses are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Right now, save up to $500 on adjustable base sets, plus get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Queen Tempur-Pedics start at just $38 per month when you use Steinhoffels 72-month financing. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
For back pain, I've always been a take two and call in the morning guy. But my new doctor recommended Salonpas. Without another pill upsetting my stomach, I get powerful, effective, and safe relief. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can permanently remove stubborn fat in just one visit. Don't wait. The results I've seen achieved are truly outstanding.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
Limited snow days have parents concerned and districts making plans. We look at the Madison School District solutions for the remaining winter months. Then what to expect from the John Nolan Drive reconstruction and how it will impact Madison coming up at 5.
For 20% of its victims, the fallout from concussion can last months or years.
It affects their work, their family life. It affects everything.
News 3 Now, Charlotte Deleste shares her personal battle with the invisible injury. Tonight at 10.
There's your temperature outlook for tonight. Definitely going to be a different story when you wake up tomorrow morning with it 6 degrees, and that doesn't factor in the wind chill right now going on. So if we look at, and the clicker's not working, so we're going to go that way. There we go. Overall, traveling-wise, we should be good. Like I said, a few flurries this evening. Otherwise, breezy conditions. Definitely cold commute that we're looking at. And other than that, the weekend looks good. Rain returns Sunday night into Monday. Looks like a wet Monday with more unsettled weather next week. But maybe not for Thursday, which is the good news, finally.
All right. 3 in a row, what?
Yeah.
4 in a row?
Yeah.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up tomorrow here on Live at 4, we'll mark the 1-year anniversary of the Russian invasion of Ukraine.
And we'll talk with the lead performer in the Broadway production of Jesus Christ Superstar, now at Overture. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
At Pick and Save, everyone.
Oh, the weather. What's the chance of rain tomorrow?
Ooh, 80%. I make it rain. I make it rain.
Speaking of making it rain, at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, we have an average 95% payout, which leads you to more chances of playing longer and more chances to win big. Play longer, win more, chances are you're gonna like it.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
A lot of new dry eye patients in my office tell me about their frequent dry eyes, which may point to dry eye disease. Millions of Americans were estimated to have it. They also tell me they've tried artificial tears again and again, but the relief is temporary. Xiidra can provide lasting relief. Xiidra treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease.
Don't use if allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied, and unusual taste sensation.
Why wait? Ask your eye doctor about a 90-day prescription for Xiidra today.
It's never been a better time for a fresh start with Feldco.
Jumpstart your home's upgrade this month with 40% off Feldco windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no money down and no interest until 2024. Warmer weather's on its way. Get your home ready now and enjoy your windows all season long.
Make your home feel new again with Feldco. But hurry, 40% off ends Tuesday. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
When your door is always open, so is the fridge. At Pick and Save, however you shop, in-store, pickup, or delivery, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards. That's a win-win-win. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
In today's Final Touch, adventurous photographers traveled to far-flung corners of the world to capture incredible Mother Nature moments.
And the cream of the crop have been revealed and crowned National Geographic's Pictures of the Year. Check out this stunning set of wildlife photographs. The National Geographic have crowned 2022's Best of the Best. Photographers the world over submitted works to get Nat Geo's Pictures of the Year contest, and the slate of finalists is a medley of amazing landscapes, such as this aerial and seemingly arterial look at a branching California marshland. Peeks at Mother Nature at her most severe and most extreme, and revealing looks at both human and animal civilizations and where they impressively intersect. But the overall grand prize winner was an incredible mid-flight moment, capturing a convocation of majestic bald eagles seemingly jockeying for prime perch positions near an Alaska shoreline. Amazing work. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.